This program is brought to you by UCKG.
I grew up in a very difficult household. There was a lot of arguments, confusion. My mum and dad grew up in two different religions, and coming together, they had two different ideals. And I was very suffocating with these different ideas and two different outlooks on life. I witnessed a lot of violence at home due to infidelity and even financial difficulties. After some time, I just decided that I need to look for a sense of belonging. As I never found it at home, my mum is having her issues and she doesn't want to listen to what I was going through. My dad's in another part of the world and he's unreachable. So I looked for that sense of belonging outside amongst friends. The issue that I had, especially when it comes to women, my dad used to tell me something: you cannot trust any woman. I was very confused growing up because I looked at my mum and my mum was faithful to him. Mum was dedicated to him, worked two jobs in order to provide. But I used to also see the way my mum would respond when he would have an issue. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I don't want a woman that snaps like that. I don't want a woman that gets angry on every little thing. Of course, I was introduced to pornography at quite a young age, and I began to see certain scenes in the pornography. And in my mind, I thought, okay, well, if people are doing these type of things, maybe this is what society promotes. Maybe this is the role of the woman, to be submissive in all aspects. So when I realized the opposite, I was confused. Having also seen experiences that my friends had been in, situations where I've realized that women can be very devious, it was difficult for me to put my trust in them. So having attended the church for a while, one day I was just doing something before making my way home, and a very good friend of mine invited me for one of the sessions. They had the love therapy sessions. He kept pushing week after week. I said, okay. I got that at the time of another testimony, and the person was talking about trust and how they managed to overcome their trust issues, how they managed to see change in their relationship because they learned to trust the person. And I said, okay, maybe this relationship thing can actually work. After one of the sessions, I had seen someone, and a good friend of mine knew some of her friends, and we began to speak. You know, we met up. After meeting, we agreed that we both wanted to date. Whilst we were dating, we would have a few arguments here and there, but we decided to overlook these issues and still progress into marriage. In the beginning, we were very nice, happy, you know, enjoying the honeymoon. But shortly afterwards, some of the underlying issues began to unravel again in terms of how do we respond to problems. I would be the kind of person that I don't really like to express myself. I don't really like to express what I'm going through. I'm a very quiet person and like to remain reserved. She's the very opposite. She likes to express everything. So there was a time when she thought that I was no longer emotionally connected to her because she would express something, and for me, what is the problem? That will be enough to create an argument. You're not being understanding. You don't understand my needs. Why is it that everything that's happened in your past you're trying to bring into the marriage? And when she will say things like this, that will annoy me because in my mind, I believe I've changed. We went and decided to speak to one of the pastors, and they gave us their honest advice on what to do, which was, if you believe that there is hope in this relationship and you're able to look beyond the problems and work through it, this marriage can be a blessing. And that for us was vital, especially at that time, because at that time, if we didn't hear something like that, the relationship would not be where it is today. So I need to let go of the past and believe that something good can happen and move forward. I began to see changes, and we're here today.
Once we started to make the change, he understood that he needed to, understand me, listening to me. And that was one of the most important things, because at first I didn't feel like I was heard. So coming from just arguments all the time to now actually seeing love in the marriage, he showed a lot of care.
Ali is someone who is now mature. And Ali is someone who is, apart from being faithful to my wife, but Ali is someone who's able to convey this love to other people, to show them that apart from what they've been through, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. You can see our example.
Welcome to your program, Problems and Solutions. You saw just now this wonderful story of this couple. There is a way out for every problem that people are going through. And if you are there on the other side as well, suffering, you saw through the example of this couple that there is a way out for every problem. God is the way, God is the truth, and God is the life. If you are there on the other side, watch me right now through the Opta-kanalen, or if you are watching us through our social media, I want to tell you, my dear friend, that your problem is not your end. But this problem that you are going through, is the key for you to change your life through faith. Because you saw the problem that this couple were facing, the situation that they were going through, and you saw that through the power of God, they were able to solve. Maybe you are a person that you have been trying your best. You are a man, you have been trying your best to save your marriage. You are a woman, you have been trying your best, to be a good wife. Probably you are, or perhaps, you are a father, a mother, you have been doing your best to your children, but you don't understand why the problem is so, you are going through so big problem and why this situation reached this level. My dear friend, there is solution for you. We're going to place for you more testimonies of families that has been restored. And every Thursday at the Universal Church, we have this prayer for the family and for the love life. And you are our guest to join us. I will tell you more about that after this testimony. Watch careful, and we'll be back with you straight after.
Before I participated in the campaign, I came out of a broken relationship. I had a daughter from that relationship, and actually we were married as well and divorced. So it was so disappointing because you think you've made it, in a sense, that everything was fine, and he changed, and we were happy maybe for about 2-3 months, and then things just started going downhill.
Addiction take control of all my life. So basically just everything I did was to satisfy my addiction.
The worst moment was when I saw that he just didn't care, and I couldn't understand. Of course, I knew there was addiction, and I understood where that came from, and that was causing him to behave in that way, but it didn't eradicate the fact that he was hurting this family. When she was about 7, she knew that things were not right with her dad. She knew that we weren't a family, and there were times that she wanted her dad, and he said he would be there and he wasn't there, and that really, really affected her because she had a very close relationship. Although he wasn't around, she always wanted her dad.
I still feel really bad about my daughter, and I promise every week, well, this week is going to be different, on Sunday I'm going to be on time, and it didn't happen. And I participated in 2 campaigns for my love life. One was Jacob's Well, and another one was last year. And I said to God, God, I want your will to be done. I want to serve you more. I want to be complete. I want my daughter to have also a complete family. I never wanted, and I always said that when I'm legally divorced, I will not go back to John. I don't want that. So I never envisioned that I would, even consider him as a potential future partner. But I said to God, you promised. You said 2 are better than 1. And I've reached a point in my life, I want to be better for you, God. So I want that person that you choose. And I had to change a lot of things. I was very demanding with God in what I wanted and how I wanted the blessing to come. And God showed me it's not about your will. It's about my will, but are you ready to trust? Are you ready to let go of your own conception of how the blessing should come to your life? When I hit the rock bottom and I had an overdose, and after that I started suffering with anxiety disorder and panic attacks. So and then I said, this is enough. I started using my faith, and I decided to stop everything at once. The drugs, the nightlife, and everything that I knew I was doing wrong.
When you say to God, God, let your will be done, God showed me I had to
move on and trust in Him. So as I prayed, God showed me that it was His will. And I made another sacrifice just for myself. I made another sacrifice for 3 months. I said, God, help me, because this is not what I wanted, but you know what I need. So today I can say the campaign really works. So much so that it's unbelievable, the change. We're a family again. John is completely different. There's no resentment from the past. This is the difference. When it's from God, the past is the past. And it's really, really amazing what God has done in our lives. And today, our life is completely transformed.
I always wanted to come back to my family and to live with my daughter and my wife, and I never stopped loving them, just get distracted, and I was blind, and I am completely in love with Lisa. It's amazing, yeah. I never felt like that before.
I'm very happy now, and I love you very much, and I see you as a gift from God, and I know that sacrifice is the way forward in everything and in our lives. So yes, thank you.
Oh, love you too, thank you.
One Sunday afternoon, they were holding hands, walking together, and then they said we're together now, and just everything I wanted.
If you want our help, so tomorrow, Thursday, 7 p.m., we have the therapy of love for people who are single, marriage, for people who are in need of help, especially in this area that is so problematic, where many people, unfortunately, they have been suffering, that is the family. If you are suffering with your family, with a family problem, you are married, you are single, you are a mother, a father, doesn't matter your situation, and you want our help, so tomorrow we are here at the Birger Jarlsgatan 106, as you can see below your screen. And we have this Thursday of the reconstruction of yourself. Because when we talk about family, the first person that needs to be helped is you. Maybe you are fighting for your child, you are fighting for your mother, you are fighting for your husband, wife, for your love life, you are single, you tried some relationships that didn't work out, and you came to the point that it's better to stay alone. You know, the first problem that you commit is that you're not going to marry, or you not need to stay with someone to be happy. First of all, you need to be restored deep inside of you. And this is exactly what we teach here at the Therapy of Love. And surely that the same way that these families has been restored, your life will be restored as well. For more information, you can visit our website www.uckg.sc. The Universal Church has the door open Thursday, but every single day. And every day you can come and join us. Have a wonderful night. May God bless you.
This is your UCKG timetable, helping you to make a new beginning. Mondays, a meeting focused on achieving more in your financial life. Tuesdays, prayers for healing. Wednesdays, a meeting teaching you to develop in your spiritual life. Thursdays, a special prayer for the family. Friday, a service for your spiritual deliverance. Sundays, reconnect with God, the main meeting for your spiritual strength.
I'm not leaving this hospital until I know what's wrong with my daughter!
You want out? That's fine with me!
This program is brought to you by UCKG.